back to the old school roots, don't get too surprised. Boom bap shit, we rap when I supervise. Told the fiends I wasn't serving, but I knew some guys ain't have digits, needed lyrics, so we used some lies.
What it do? What it don't do? We are back with another episode of the Steezy and Eazy MMA Hour. I actually didn't fucking cough that time. Shout out to me.
That was, I think that might have been, I mean, that still counts. But
I already know that I said we were going to record every week, but I also said there were going to be extenuating circumstances as far as that goes. Like, we're not recording too much after a week, but fuck, man. Gotta understand, this guy gets off at work at 3 p.m. I get off at, or he gets home at like 3 p.m. I get off at 6 a.m. Like, our schedules are fucking completely different. Like, completely different. When he's getting home, I'm like just barely waking up. You feel me? Like, it's just
the man trying to get us down. That's what it is.
I fucked my back up. Dude, my back just started feeling better like yesterday. Like, for the last week, dog, it's been agonizing, bro. I've like barely been able to walk.
That's tough.
And everybody's
I know
like,
it's
you
like
should
having
fucking,
back issues.
huh?
I said I got a little bit of back issues, not to your, levels, but I fucked my shit up on deployment and fucked it up in high school. And it's, so once you fuck your back up, that's for life.
It don't really go away, man. Like,
No, you just throw that shit out randomly and shit.
stem cell, bro. That's like the only thing that I can think of. Well, I mean,
It's
I
a
know,
rich nigga solution.
I know some people have had back surgeries and like it pan out well, but I've heard way more bad stories about back surgery than I have good stories about back surgery. So I was kind of like, yeah. When
I don't know about it.
When I got into my car wreck and I fractured those 3 vertebrae or whatever, they were telling me like it's a good possibility you might have to have back surgery. And I was like really hoping that was going to be like the last possible alternative. But it turned out that I didn't need back surgery, and I'm kind of glad. But my mom, shout out to my mom, she did the stem cell research shit, dude, and for her back,
What's that shit cost?
shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's a rich nigga solution, bro. Ain't no average.
Oh, I thought you said a risk nigga
No, that's a
solution,
rich
a
nigga.
rich nigga.
Rich nigga
Nah,
solution, bro. We ain't
it
getting no
wasn't
stem cell.
it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap,
Yeah.
but she has literally never had back pain since. And my roommate, she used to have this guy like that delivered to her job, and this nigga was in a wheelchair and shit, and he ended up getting the stem cell research, the stem cell shit, and he fucking next time she saw him, this motherfucker was not in a wheelchair, he was walking perfectly fine. I'm like, that shit's
Motherfucker was jigging and shit.
crazy.
I
Shit's
feel
crazy.
great, nigga.
I mean, I would imagine it's pretty pricey, but I would imagine it's also pretty life changing too. So
Well, yeah, that motherfucker
definitely
do it for
something
cheap.
I wouldn't mind like saving up for.
That's why people go out of state and do it, or out of country. I mean,
Yeah, including
also
Dana
I think
White.
they nerf that shit here, bro. They only get like a percentage. They can't give you
Yeah,
like
Dana White,
does.
Dana White, and Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. Like a couple of people have gone overseas for that stem cell shit.
Yeah, because they give you like the for real version. Here they give you the baby version, from what I've heard.
All right, there's been a whole lot of shit popping off in the MMA world in the last hour, or not the last hour,
Yeah, I mean,
last 24 hours. Last 24 hours, there's been a lot of shit popping off that we got to get into. But before I get into any MMA related stuff, I do want to address something real quick. I just found out yesterday that one of my very dear friends, his niece, was just recently diagnosed with cancer a couple of days ago, and shit, that fucked me up, man. Like, I mean, you hate to hear about that about any child,
course.
And like this is a child that, I used to take care of when she was little, her sister, her cousins. So I do know her personally, and it fucked me up, dog. It really, really fucked me up. Like she's only 16 years old, man. Like so, like to hear that is pretty devastating for me. Like, you know what I mean? You hate to hear that about anybody, let alone somebody you know personally. And yeah, it's just really, really unfortunate. Um, they did set up a GoFundMe for her, so I am gonna post the GoFundMe link on this episode. And normally, when I, do the little things, I have them pop up for like a good 10 seconds and then they go away. But for this, I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it up the whole episode. It'll probably be like here somewhere. But yeah, I'm gonna keep the link posted. Any contributions would be very, very appreciated. And if not any contributions, just please help spread awareness. That is also a contribution. You know what I'm saying? So anything would help, and I would really, really appreciate you guys' support on that one. And on that note, yeah, let's get into it. But yeah, man, 16 years old, man, that's
It's
so
devastating.
fucked. It's fucked. Great kid too, man. But keep your head up, Violet. We're gonna help you fight this thing, I promise. All right, let's get into this UFC fight night from October 7th. JJ Aldridge beat. What were you gonna say?
Already. I said I need to smoke again, nigga. Damn.
Go ahead. You can step away.
Yeah, I mean, I still gotta grind shit. My motherfucking high.
Let's see.
That shit gone.
JJ Aldridge. This shit is some fucking dank, dude. It's probably the only bowl I'm smoking this whole episode. Especially since I just woke up too. That doesn't help. But I got my coffee, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have the balance, man. If you're gonna smoke the tree, especially when you work overnight, you gotta drink coffee. You need a lot of coffee.
Yeah, I got a fucking goddamn espresso maker. I do not play. Critical.
No, it's funny. We got that Dubby energy drink sponsorship, and we've never mentioned them once.
I don't even know if that link works. I think I tried it and it didn't.
Really?
I actually been meaning to order this shit again. I actually liked it. I used it at work. Yeah, every morning I would just get my little fucking whap in my shaker and go to work. That caffeine and shit.
Oh,
Then
shout out to
the
Debbie,
hype.
man. We have no idea just how legit you guys are just yet. So we've been kind of hesitating. We've been kind of hesitating on promoting y'all. He ordered it. He said it works.
Now, what weirded me out was they do their shit by weight, and I ordered I ordered 2 tubs or whatever. And you expect like 2 tubs, and you open it, and it's like filled to like a quarter. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, oh no shit, they sell by weight. The container is just irrelevant. That's just kind of like visually jarring. You look at
Yeah, we're kind of on the fence, man. If we discover that you guys are indeed legitimate, then like legitimate, we will definitely start pumping that shit every episode. But
I need to order.
We're investigating. We're still in the investigation.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna order.
We're still in the investigation stages of y'all, so that's really why we haven't mentioned it at all till now. Like that shit, we got that shit like 2 months ago.
One more tub, and I'm gonna see how I feel about it.
I need to get one myself. Next paycheck, I'm gonna order some. And speaking of ordering shit, I need your address. So I need your address. So send it to me when you.
Oh yeah, I'll just tell you right now.
No, let's not. I know we don't. I know a lot of people don't watch us like that, but regardless, you never want to dox yourself. But I got something. I got. As soon as you send me your address, I got something fresh coming your way. That's why I asked you what your favorite colors were the other day. But I got something nice for you coming. Late birthday present. But I really, really think you'll like it.
That's perfect time.
I took the time to really, really research, and like you did with me, you know what I'm saying, with the Anderson Silva card, like you got something that you knew I would genuinely like, and I try to do the same for
I
you,
forgot
basically.
about
So
that shit. I just be doing,
this
I just be
nigga,
hooking homies up. It's not a big deal to me. I just,
well,
I see shit that I know the homies are like, and
well, little shit like that like means a lot to a nigga like me. You feel me? So
I appreciate that.
I
I
try to
just do
do the
shit for my
same.
homies.
But yeah, let's go. Enough of the sentimental shit,
Oh, I
Corey.
was
No,
gonna
I'm just kidding.
say perfect timing because my cat just shit on like 5 of my shirts, and I just threw the
What?
motherfuckers away. It's rough, bro.
Five?
Bro, they were folded up on the floor.
Is this a new cat?
No, we've had her for a bit.
Oh wow.
She's a simple cat. We gave her some fancy food, and her simple guts couldn't handle the fancy food, and she fucking got the rascal splats, bro. When an animal's got the runs, they're not gonna go to no bathroom, dude. They're like, fuck it,
R.I.P. to
man.
that wardrobe.
No, I threw them straight away. I wasn't dealing with it.
I I
I'm
would
not doing it.
I wouldn't keep that either.
One of them was my buddy. He started boxing. He made his pro debut. Shout out to Kid Muscles. That's my boy. He even had a dope ass shirt come out. It was like a what's that old boxing game? Punch Out. Yeah, it was like a Punch Out play on. It was sick, man. And yeah, she shit on it. I had the shirt for like 2 weeks.
That's
She
fucking
threw the
wild.
motherfucker away, bro. I was defeated. Anyways, that's the story on shirts. She shit all over him, bro.
That's fucked up. I'd be
It's
so
tough
fucking
out here.
pissed.
You just can't be. It's this is life. Take the L.
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes you just gotta take the L's. You
Like a big
receive.
baby. That's all a cat is.
All right, let's see. JJ Aldridge beat Montana De La Rosa. Quilang Iori, I believe that's how you say it, beat
Let me pull that shit up.
Johnny Munoz. Vanessa Demopoulos beat Kanako Murata.
Demopolis.
Nathan Manes beat Mendoka. I don't know what the fuck Mendoka was doing in that fight. Like one of the worst game plans I've ever seen in my life. Like seriously.
He's just getting bopped up. He's trying to go for themselves.
Bill Algeo beat Alex Hernandez, and for that I thank you, sir. I can't stand that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Um,
Hernandez looked like he was gonna be a pretty good contender, and he just kind of fizzled
it's
out after a
been it's
couple.
been pretty it's been pretty up and down with him. Like
Yeah,
you really don't know which one's gonna come to show
I want to
up.
get
But
him
I
in a
mean,
UFC game.
level of
Even in
competition
UFC
always
two.
plays a.
I was gonna say in UFC two, I used to bust people's ass with them. It was either 2 or 3. I can't remember. Nah,
I
it had to
swear
have
to
been 2.
God, ever since you fought me with James Vick, bro, I've been murking motherfuckers with that fool ever since.
He's good, man. Well,
Yeah,
he
he's his height for that weight class really
yeah,
helps too.
his kid is good. He just his stats are pretty low. Like you could he's just like a broke man's fucking Raymond Daniels, bro.
I feel like as long as the dude I'm fighting doesn't take me to the ground, I feel like I can
Yeah,
beat
you could
anybody
beat him
with
up.
anybody. I feel like I could beat most people. I mean,
I'm still trying to fight you,
I've
bro.
destroyed a lot of people with Sam Alvey, dude. A lot of
Run
people.
it.
I beat John Jones with Sam Alvey. Like and I beat the shit out of him too. Like you get beat up with by Sam Alvey in that game, bro. You just
I
suck.
got my Xbox hardwired right over there.
Drew Dober doing what Drew
Trying to
Dober
get that
does
work.
best. Bro, I took an under bet on his fight time, bro. His fight time was like 8.5 minutes. I was like, bro, that's like the freest bet ever. 8.5 minutes
Fights don't
for
go
a
long.
Drew Dober fight, dude. His
Yeah, they
fights
don't.
end
They're
quick,
always
dog. Like whoever wrote that
gladiator fights,
line,
man.
whoever wrote that line on Prize Picks, you should be fired. I'm not gonna lie.
Geeking. He said free money.
Bro, I actually went 5 for 6 on my fucking Prize picks. Joaquin Buckley, who I'm getting to next, fucked me over because his fight time was projected for 10. And I was like, Buckley, like, is another dude that usually likes to get his opponents out of there pretty quick. And I felt like he really could have because Alex Morono wasn't doing shit, dog. Like,
Yeah, he's a brawler. Moreno is.
he played it very safe the fucking first time I ever decided to take him. And that's going to be the last time I ever take that nigga. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Joe Pfeiffer looked really good again. And again, a lot of these up and comers look really, really good until they fight somebody really, really good. You know what I mean? So
I'm
I mean,
looking at him.
I'm not trying to shit on his on what he's done so far. I just want to see him fight somebody like there's certain fighters that they like to baby. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like they don't really like
he
to
wants
give
to
him
look
that.
good.
They don't really like to give him like opponents. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
ones that are really gonna test their will. I'm not saying Abdul Al Hassan is I mean, that's easily the best fighter he's ever fought in the UFC by far, but it's still not one of those, you know what I mean? One of those X Factor motherfuckers.
Shit, he came out to Mac Miller. That guy's all right, puppy. Came out to
Who
Mac Miller.
Pfeiffer?
Yeah, and then he
I don't
smoked
have an
him.
issue. I don't have an issue with Pfeiffer. I'm just saying. I, I just want to see these guys
Apparently,
I just want to see these guys get tested before I like really give them their props. You
oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
no, that's how I am too. Yeah,
Like
I don't really.
Hamazat
I
was
mean,
one I didn't want to give props to forever. I didn't want to give him no
yeah,
props until he started. You know what I mean? Beating those dudes, and then that changes my whole outlook on shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, I see them all as and they're all calibers. They're all at their own. Them niggas are all at their own levels, different calibers. They're all doing their own thing. I appreciate them all for what they're doing, for whatever level they're at in their career.
Like I feel like there's three dudes that are getting really, really big. I mean, there's probably more than three dudes, but off the top of my head, there's like three dudes I feel like get super babied in the UFC. Um, well, two dudes actually, Patty and I feel like they're kind of doing the same thing with Pfeiffer, but I mean, he's only like had like two or three fights in the UFC if I'm not mistaken, so it's not like they're really, really babying him. But Patty is for sure getting babied and has been getting babied, giving him fucking Tony Ferguson for fuck's sake. Like
Yeah, that's a crazy.
after a very, 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 very questionable win over Gordon,
Yeah, that's a good
and he has
point.
not
Where he
fought
didn't look,
since.
he didn't look really well, like polished on the feet either.
He lost that fucking
So,
fight. I don't care what anybody says.
so
But
Tony just locks him up on the feet.
that would be fucking hilarious, dude. I fucking
It's,
hate to. Everybody
ain't
knows I
no
can't
way.
stand Tony Ferguson, but I would love it if he knocked that fool out. That would be hilarious, dude.
There's no way Patty's.
Just because I know that would piss Dana off so
Ain't no way
bad.
that boy puts their hands on him on the feet. There's no
Bo
way.
Nickel, I feel like is another one they're kind of gonna baby, and I feel like Pfeiffer might be another one that they run by. I mean, it was, not saying Bo or Pfeiffer don't look good. They do, but
The Bo
again,
Nickel one was weird.
I really want to see these guys get tested.
Bo Nichols, I'm not. Yeah, I mean he beat up dude on quick. I'm more interested in Pfeiffer or what's his name? What's the other dude's name?
Out of the two,
Pfeiffer.
I definitely think Pfeiffer will
I'm interested
be
in
the
him.
more successful fighter.
Yeah, I mean the other dude, he smoked some guy that used to cut lawns or some shit, like some dude straight off the streets. And then he had that one where he kneed the dude the balls, and then
Oh,
yeah.
you're right. And I was
So
upset about
that's
that. I was upset
that's
about
one
that.
that's one where I'm
I
like, I'm
I
not
was
sold
upset
yet.
about that. And he was talking shit afterwards too, like
Yeah,
basically trying to say there's no way that it
yeah. He
was a
said
low
no, it didn't
blow, and it
happen.
was yeah, and it was 100% a low blow.
He was what he got hit. He was like,
That rubbed me the wrong way. I'm not gonna lie.
so that has an asterisk next to his name for me, but the other dude I'm a little bit more interested in.
Absolutely, 100%. I couldn't agree more on anything you just said. Now this the main event I'm gonna take special pride in because everybody on MMA Twitter likes to label me as some kind of fucking black Kenny Florian in the sense that when I say, "Oh, I'm smoking on this fighter's pack," that automatically means that the other dude is gonna win, like no matter what. And before the Bobby Green fight, I said I'm smoking on that Grant Dawson pack. And my nigga Bobby motherfucking Green smoked
Smoked.
that nigga in 33 fucking seconds. So put some respect on my motherfucking name when it comes to that
He's just
shit.
so elusive,
I don't
man.
always
When
get
he's
them
fighting.
wrong. I don't always get them wrong. I know my shit, bro, but MMA can be a very, very unpredictable sport at times, and some shit just happens you just don't expect to happen. it goes that way. Like that's why the sport is so great, man. Like it's
Smoked him.
there's on paper there are fights that you're like 100% this dude is gonna win, and he gets caught with some shit like Grant Dawson did.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Only person that was no, hey, and there was nobody more confident than Bobby Green that Bobby Green was gonna win the fight because everybody already pretty much had him xed out. I took a bet on that one too, not on Bobby Green, but on the fight time being less than 15 minutes. I thought it was kind of free because both of those guys are finishers, Dawson and Bobby
Yeah,
Green. I feel like
Bobby's
both of them were
always
gonna
gonna
try
put him
to.
out.
I was like, I figured both of them would get it out before that was well. Didn't even need a minute, let alone 15 minutes. So thank you, my nigga Bobby Green. Get on the podcast, please. That would make my day.
The goat, bro.
And I forgot to take a screenshot of the last one card, but I do want to give a special shout out to Stamp Fairtex because she did something that nobody has ever done. I don't know if anybody will ever do it. Um, to win three different belts
Dude,
in three
three
different
different sports.
forms of fighting
Yeah.
is absolutely ridiculous. To win the Muay Thai championship, kickboxing championship, and MMA championship
How
is
old is she? Like fucking 20.
25, like 25, 26 years old.
Yeah, she's so
She's
young,
not
dude.
old. Yeah, she's to be that young and to be that talented and to be so
She's gonna be a
fucking.
legend. I
She's
mean,
so
even
bad.
more of a legend. She's just gonna keep progressing. It's incredible.
I've got a fat crush on her. I'm not even gonna lie. I love me some Stamp
Understandable.
Fairtex. She's got that awkward cuteness to her. Like it's not like a seductive little twerk she does after her fights. It's like more cute and goofy and just I don't know, dude. She reminds me a lot of myself, like a female version of myself. Otherwise, except I can't fight as good as her. But as far as just being
She's a
goofy
goat.
and just like, but yeah, she's definitely goaded for sure. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody's gonna be like, well, she's got to go to the UFC. To no, she doesn't.
Mm.
No, she doesn't. There are some really, really, really great fighters outside of the UFC.
Bro, the
Like,
people who won are no joke.
stop this stigma that like the very best fighters are in the UFC. UFC
I
is the
mean,
number
all
one. UFC is the number one company as far as like uh revenue
revenue,
and yeah, as far as
stars,
revenue
revenue,
and
stars,
stars and publicity and
video
shit like that.
games,
But
and
there's so many fucking MMA fighters in
brand
this world,
name.
dog, that fight all over the place, that fight in one. Demetrius Johnson fights in one. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of good fighters in one championship, and it doesn't get the publicity that the UFC does. So a lot of people still sleep on one, but one's production is incredible. I legitimately think overall their fights are consistently more entertaining than the UFC.
Is so one is that's the spot where they get encouraged to get the finishes.
I believe they do open scoring, so it's like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? You know you're losing, so get on it. But I mean, I just think their fights are consistently more entertaining. Like we have some UFC cards that can be some absolute snores sometime. Like I don't think I've ever watched a one card in my life that sucked ever. Like they all pretty much go hard or go home. Like there's different variety. You got the grappling, you got the kickboxing, you got the Muay Thai, you got the MMA. Like it's they got a really good thing going on. Their production's excellent. Like I know Dana tried to bag on their production the other day, or not the other day, but like a week ago, a week and a half ago. But I feel like when Dana White takes personal shots at certain things and certain people, I feel like he's kind of afraid sometimes when he does that. Like when he takes, I mean, I don't think he's afraid of Bellator when he takes shots at them or anything like that. But
Yeah,
company like
Bellator.
One or Francis Ngannou, you know what I mean? Like when he takes those personal shots, I feel like in the back of the mind he's like, "Fuck." But
Now,
I
the
don't know.
reason I put respect on one, that's where Eddie Alvarez and Mighty Mouse went, right?
Yeah.
And you saw when they went there, they weren't smoking everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh shit! Like the way Eddie got handled, I was like, damn, these niggas are for real over here. These motherfuckers are no joke.
And
And
that's what
Eddie
I'm
motherfucker
saying.
got
Like,
smashed.
don't sleep on the. This is for all you casuals out there that like only watch UFC and be like, if you're not in UFC, you're not the best. No, bro. Demetrius Johnson got fucking finished like his second fight and won.
Yeah, there's some good
Like, there's
dudes
some
in there.
motherfucking dogs out there.
100%.
Sage Norcutt in his very first fight and won got
Got
his entire
fucking
fucking
killed.
face broken and was
Yeah,
out
that
of
was rough.
competition for like 3 years recovering from that fight. That
Well, they
one
knew
fucking
better than
fight.
scheduling that fight with
Like you know what I mean?
somebody that's been
Like
fighting that long.
don't be sleeping on them, dog, or any of these other like organizations that don't get the limelight that the UFC does because there's dogs everywhere, bro. They just ain't been discovered yet, or don't
100%.
get the recognition or publicity that they deserve. Like, and that's just facts. So don't get it twisted, you casuals. So we've had a lot of shit
Yo.
going on. So we've had a lot of shit going on in the last 24 hours as far as the UFC go. Two major cards have been canceled and fight, but luckily both fighters have been replaced for both fights. If I'm yeah. Um, I kind of figured this was gonna happen with the Paulo Costa fight because it's like, how are you gonna reveal you had elbow surgery 3 weeks ago and expect them to clear you to fight?
Yeah, I don't know what the thought process was on that. You should have mentioned it the second it came up.
That nigga's starting to give me Conor McGregor vibes
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he would wait till the last second.
in the sense of I want to talk shit more than I actually want to fight somebody. Those are the vibes I get from. I've been getting that vibe from Conor for a minute. We're gonna get into Conor in a second, but yeah, those are. I mean, they do way more talking on Twitter than they do fighting in the cage. And granted, Hamazat hasn't fought in fucking forever either, but Hamazat's ready to go from what I can see. And yeah, that fight, it's one of the fights I've been looking forward to all fucking year too. We were talking about that fight way before they ever even officially signed it. Is a fight that we wanted to see just because these fools were jawing back and forth so much on fucking Twitter. I'm like,
Why did Paulo
honestly,
start calling him? How did Paulo get that nickname for him? The Gourmet Chin Chin or some shit? What where the fuck does he call him that?
Paulo's fucking still trying to. I think Paulo's still trying to grasp the English language
That dude's the man though.
because a
I
lot of
still
the
want
shit that
said
he
I want
says
to
don't
watch
make
that fight.
sense. He's a
Yeah.
beast, and I really wanted to see that fight, but I don't know, man. That's that's a bad look on Costa, and I don't even know. Like, I honestly saw that UFC fighter remove page say that Paulo Costa has been removed. Like, I haven't heard any official sources as far as that goes. Like, I don't think they're gonna cut him, but they
No,
might at the same time. I don't know. Dana
if it
White
was a
is
doctor
really
saying that.
Dana White can be a really catty person sometimes and petty.
Yeah, if it was a doctor saying that, I can understand why they wouldn't cut him.
But yeah, it's weird. But what's even crazier is now Kamal Usman is fighting Hamzat.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me. Honestly, that's gonna be crazy.
Shout out to Usman because
He really wanted to remind motherfuckers who he was.
pull up when that fight is. Just type in.
Yeah, shit. That's in like fucking. Let's see real quick. I'm on the motherfucking goddamn app. Shit. Shit. Hold on. That's they're fighting on the 21st.
Of this month?
Yeah, dude.
Oh wow.
It's 10 motherfucking days. Usman
Oh
must have been ready.
wow.
Oh, Johnny Walker. I forgot Johnny Walker fight on that card.
Usman and Hamazat is in 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. Super shout out to Kamaru Usman because to fight Hamazat on 10 days notice is crazy. When you think about
Bro,
all these nagging injuries that Kamaru at this point in his career fights through, and everybody's basically saying his knees are like shot.
shot, dude, bro. He had to walk on grass and shit, they're saying.
Yeah, I was just I had stumbled on that on Twitter today. They say he doesn't even walk on concrete anymore because his knees are so bad. I'm like,
Walks
that's
like
fucking
upstairs back or downstairs backwards or some shit. Yeah.
that is that's fucking crazy and scary. I'm like, why is he
Wrestling,
doing?
bro.
I don't even know why he's doing this. I don't.
Tim Kennedy. Wait, what about? Oh, I'm tripping.
If
They
his
saying
knees are that bad, how is he really gonna be able to stop Hamazat from taking him down? I Hamazat has fucking scary power, man. He's a strong dude.
so
Oh
is
my
Usman.
god. How do you see this fight playing out realistically? I'm obviously going for Usman 100%, but that is
I
a
think they're gonna strike.
tall mountain to climb in 10 days.
I think they're gonna strike for a little bit. Usman can hurt him with the hands because he throws straight shots, man. I think he could crack him.
Man, as much as Hamazat, as much as Usman can hurt him, Hamazat can hurt him too, and probably worse. I'm not,
I'm going for the story, dude. Usman comes back and beats Hamza
bro.
on 10-day
If he,
notice.
I'm 100% rooting for Usman. I, it's that's a tall fucking order to climb.
But yeah, yeah. If Kamara tries to come out and wrestle, I don't know if he can out wrestle Usman though. I think that's gonna happen. Because he's got fucked up knees, don't mean he can't, still handle his
Dog,
own.
if Usman beats him, bro, he basically has his pick of whatever the fuck he wants. I feel
Yeah,
like
I agree.
if he wants to get a middleweight
And
shot,
then
if he
Colby
wants
beats
to
Leon, and then
rematch
fucking
Colby, get his belt back,
yeah,
that would be the fucking
the world would
craziest
go ballistic.
fucking. Oh, that would be nuts, dude. That would be
That
nuts.
storyline. I like Leon though. I don't think Colby beats Leon.
Joaquin Buckley wants a rematch with Kevin Holland. Um,
Fuck it, why not? They'd make
yeah,
money. That's a big enough fight where they both would get put on a pedestal because it's a rematch. And Buckley could be like, "No, I improved. I ain't gonna get knocked out again." And he's
it's a
like, "I
good.
knocked you out." Infinite loop of publicity and shit.
It would be a really good fight. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it
He was
playing
so
out.
raw.
I don't see it playing. Well, I mean, I don't know, dude. Buckley's a whole different fighter from when that fight happened.
Exactly. He was
So
he was so raw when he first fought Holland.
I would be rooting for Holland, but I think Buckley would make it a hell of a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I think Holland wins the decision.
Um, I'm for that fight.
For sure.
Let's see. Curtis Blades is dude. A lot of fucking fighters are out of their fights, man. Curtis Blades is now out of his fight with Shelton Almeida and Derek
Derek
Lewis.
Lewis is fighting him. That's right.
Dude,
I saw that. Lewis can knock him out.
he can. He really can, but dude,
And if
Shelton
he does, he's
Almeida,
already back up in the mix.
dude, Shelton Almeida is a fucking dog, dude.
Imagine this universe.
The
Derek
way these
knocks him out.
the way these
He
dudes are
immediately
stepping in to save
title contender.
cards, the way these dudes are stepping in to save cards, man, I gotta give them their props, man. But the dudes they're stepping in to fight, woo! It's crazy. It's
They want
honestly
to get the
crazy.
payday.
It's honestly hella crazy.
They're trying to get paid.
But yeah, I can see Derek Lewis knocking him out because I can see Derek Lewis knocking anybody out if he's focused and you know what I mean. It just depends on what Derek Lewis shows up. I say that about a lot of fighters, man, because they'd be so up and down and always wanting to get into wars. And when you want to always get into wars, there's a good chance you can get knocked out in those wars. So I mean, it just Shelton Almeida's a beast, man. He's one of those dudes that I could see being heavyweight champion, like for
For
real,
sure,
for
the way he
real.
fights.
So
Just
That fight's
fucking
gonna be
whack.
crazy. That's all I know. I will be entertained. Whoever wins that fight, like I will be entertained. If Charlton wins, I will not be surprised. If Lewis wins, I won't be surprised. I think the
Yeah,
smart money at this point in both their careers, though, would definitely be Almeida. But you could never count Derek Lewis out, dude. You
the
can't.
wild card.
um, Francis Ngannou completely shattered the door of a business. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's a fucking Neanderthal. It was a what? A
I don't
push
know.
door, and he was trying to pull it.
Pull it? Yeah. I don't know if
He
it's.
goes,
I don't know if it's. A lot of
"Told
people were
this
saying,
guy."
"Oh, that shit was staged," but
I don't know.
honestly, when somebody that big and strong accidentally pulls on a door, especially since they said it was super old, a man that big and that strong pulls on a door instead of pushes on it, I could definitely see him shattering it. So I mean, I don't think it was fake or nothing
Yeah, he thought the
like
door
that.
was just stuck. That motherfucker was yanking it.
Yeah, yeah.
He tugged on it pretty damn good. He's a big ass superhuman. You know, motherfucker was. I think it looked pretty real to me. I didn't know it was Francis at first. I was like, "Who's this fucking goofball pulling on the push door?"
Let's see. Habib.
Definitely him.
Yeah, as long as he replaces it, which I know he will. Like, it is what it
I
is.
can't think he already did.
Guarantee that gave that place of business some clout too. They'll
Yeah,
get
hell
more business because of it. Like
yeah.
win-win for everybody. Habib will not be in Islam's corner for this fight. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I
He
figure
quit doing that shit, right?
if you're done retire, if you're retired from fighting and coaching, then I would imagine you wouldn't be in somebody's corner ever. Like, I mean, is he in Usman Nurmagomedov's corner when he fights? I don't think he
No, I
is.
don't think. No, I think he's done with all that shit.
Yeah, I'm like, when you're done, you're done. I mean, that is what it is. Like, he wasn't in his corner for the last one, and that worked out pretty well. You know what I mean? Let's see. We'll get to Islam in a second too, but
Yeah,
Henry Cejudo and Marab
I did
has
see
been
something about that.
booked. It's been booked. God, man, I hope they don't just try to fucking dry hump each other the entire fight. That's all I can really say. Marab is
Uh,
like
Marab's gonna try, but I think Henry's gonna shuck him off, and they're gonna strike for a little bit.
Marab is can't stand that dude. Just can't stand the way he fights, man. Like it's one thing if you I don't know, dude. It just reeks of desperation when you're shooting that
Flying
many
him.
fucking times and not getting it, and you just keep doing it. It's like Ryan Hall with his leg locks. Like that shit just looks like it just don't. I mean, Rob's a
Yeah,
beast and he's
not a big
good,
fan.
but like I just don't. I just can't stand that shit.
It's like shameful. And niggas just keep the only fight I've ever seen where I felt like it was just shameful. The motherfuckers kept doing shit like that. It was Damian Maya versus Rory McDonald.
He's another one, dude.
He's
He
just
did it against
throwing himself
Tyrone.
in.
He did it against Tyrone Woodley too.
I'm like, dog.
He
Roy
went for
McDonald
like
just pushed
he
him
went for
out.
like he went for like 26 takedowns in that fight, and I don't think he got one. Like going
Like,
0 for
bro,
26 in
stop.
takedowns and still going for it is crazy.
Stop.
And Woodley had a torn labrum in that fucking fight. Like, and he's that shit is
Yeah,
just.
Dana roasted him for that shit. Dana was
I
like, you got
bet.
a one-eyed Damian Maya. You couldn't finish him.
I mean, he had a torn labrum. I don't even know why he was like. That's why I just think Dana just genuinely didn't like Tyrone Woodley. It's like, how are you gonna roast a dude that won? And how do you expect the dude that won to make a fight exciting when somebody's going for 26 takedowns? Why would you not roast the guy that went for 26 takedowns? Like, get the fuck out
He
of here.
probably just didn't fuck with him.
He just, yeah,
Their egos.
he genuinely didn't like him.
Yeah, their
And he
egos
really
didn't clash.
thought Darren Till was going to beat him. And you saw how pissed he was about that shit. Like, it was written all over
Darren
his
Till said
bald
do the
ass
next
face.
thing.
Conor McGregor is finally back in the USADA pool. But I
They
also heard,
retired.
yeah,
No, they
like
retired their contract. They're like, no, we're done with y'all. Connor strong armed him.
I don't get it. It's like he's going back into the USADA pool, and now they're no longer having USADA.
So
I don't
everybody gets
really
pissed.
know what that means for the UFC, but I'm really not for it. I'm not for it. I think there's a lot of fucking fight fans are going to be like, yeah,
They're all about to get juiced. Nah,
no more suspensions. But like,
I'm just interested to see what's going on next. There's no way they're gonna make it like no drug testing. No way.
I
Everybody gonna get
mean,
methed out, bro. Trevor
that's what
Pete's
a
gonna get
lot
methed
of
out.
that's what a lot of people are trying to insinuate.
You have Trevor Peake in there off some meth, fucking hammer fisted motherfuckers. Come on, bro. We're not gonna not have drug testing.
A lot of people are like insinuating that it's just about to be like baseball was in the fucking.
No way, dude. No
I
way.
don't see that happening. I don't really like the fact that USADA is no longer going to be a part of the UFC
That's
because I
interesting.
personally, I know there's a lot of fight fans that would not give a shit if there was no more drug testing because fight fans are weird like that. But
I mean, for safety's sake.
I like a clean sport
Yeah, for
personally.
safety's sakes, man. We don't need no roided out fucking overeens all head kicking each other. What the fuck's wrong with y'all gladiators? They don't even do contact in football like that anymore. Y'all motherfuckers want everybody in here roided out. Come on.
Dude, some stupid ass motherfucker on Twitter the other day was like trying to give me shit. Well, actually, everybody dogpiled on me for my fucking comment on that. But
Damn.
somebody
Got
made. I
hit
mean,
up in the
that kind
quote.
of happens every time I fucking comment on something. I just kind of expect it at this point in my life, in my Twitter life. But somebody posted something and said unpopular opinion like oblique kicks should be banned. I personally have agreed with that for years. I don't like oblique kicks. I never
Yeah,
have. I never will.
it's just kind of like a any means necessary move to me. It just
I
seems like
don't like them.
kind of soulless.
I just really don't like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's dirty, but what are you gonna do?
And I all I said was like I 100% agree. And then of course you got all these fucking dumbass motherfuckers coming out of the woodworks like, huh, well, huh, it's me putting on my glasses.
It's a dirty
Well,
move, bro.
huh, well, should they head kicks are dangerous. Should you ban head kicks too? Like
Yeah,
I got
actually.
like a million comments like that, and I was just like,
What
bro,
about elbows?
so
Elbow
yeah, like,
cut.
oh dude, all kinds of shit, all kinds of shit. One dude was like, when Bisping
Irrelevant.
lost his eye getting head kicked. Should we ban head
That was
kicks?
because of steroids.
I was like, yeah. I was like, nigga,
That
look
was
who you're
actually
talking
because
to,
of
my dog.
steroids.
I was like, yeah. He also got kicked in the head by fucking TRT Vitor Belfort, who was fucking destroying everybody,
Yeah,
and they
he
fucking
got
had to
off
ban
cycle.
TRT, which I was a fan of because of that. Like, so shut the fuck up with that shit.
TRT tour.
Also, that's not something that happens on a fucking regular basis, dude. Like, but you hear
Now the knee kick.
that's like a once in a lifetime kind of injury for somebody to have
That's like a career-ending injury. Like
sustaining a head
every
kick.
clinch knee.
But you hear about a lot of fighters talking about their knees are still fucked up from taking oblique kicks to this day and shit. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude. Like that's
Like,
kind of like an any means necessary soulless move. You know,
yeah,
like
I don't like them.
you got no
I
honor,
really
bro.
don't
You're
like them.
like, I gotta win. You know, I'll stomp the niggas me in, whatever.
But
Just I got more honor.
the UFC's definitely gonna have to say I don't know shit about like people who drug test athletes, like the organizations, corporations. I don't know shit about any of that. So I would imagine they would have to get some kind of other drug testing pool because I would find it really, really hard to believe that they're just gonna get rid of drug tests altogether. Like
No way.
that would be absolutely insane.
They wouldn't get sanctioned.
But then again, we're talking about a guy who has a power slap league, so who fucking
Yeah.
knows? Who fucking knows, Doug?
After slapping his wife.
Speaking of power slap league, did you hear the cap? I cannot believe I just said cap, but Can you believe the cap that motherfucker was trying to say when he was talking about the Power Slap video game got 350 million downloads?
No,
I was
I
like,
didn't
bruh,
hear shit about that.
you
I
didn't?
ignore it. Everything
Dog,
about Slap.
dog. He said the downloadable phone game got 350 million downloads. 350
300.
million and
Oh, no way,
300,
bro.
350 million, dog.
You could check
I
the
was like, nigga,
stats
you
and
do
shit.
know you can look and see how many times that shit's been downloaded, right?
Yeah, so you could
Like
like
really,
very
really easily too.
yeah,
Like, why
very
would you
easily
even
debunked.
so blatantly lie like that, dog? Like, I just feel like he
Yeah,
tries to bring so much attention to that
he's
fucking
tripping.
mockery of a fuckery of a fucking sport or whatever. It's not a
I,
sport.
s-
Sorry, I even
I
called it
saw an
that.
ad for it. They
Bro,
they put an ad on something.
they
And
be
I'm like,
talking about it in
damn,
fucking on cards now, like, oh, see the heavyweight former blah 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 for them. Fuck, stop trying to legitimately advertise this shit like it's a legit
I've
sport.
never
Like, just
sat down
stop.
and watched an
Like,
episode.
fuck no. Like,
I've
I
never
don't
seen
think
it.
I personally could take it. Like, it's one thing
That's
watching
the shit I used to
people.
watch.
It's one thing watching two people both fight each other. It's
Yeah.
another thing to just watch somebody just stand there and let somebody slap the dog shit out of them. Like, it's fucking dumb. It's
If you would have
fucking
looked at
dumb.
if you would have looked at my fucking middle school YouTube history, you would see slap fighting. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like that was when
Even
I
then,
was
even
able to
when we
see
used
that.
to slap fight as a kid, it was us slapping each other. It
I'm
wasn't.
talking about like the slap fighting shit that he's promoting would be the kind of shit I'd be into
Okay,
in
okay.
middle
No,
school.
I thought you meant like you as
No,
a
we
kid,
slap
like
box.
because as a kid, everybody slap boxed. You feel me? But
Anybody that was
it was
somebody,
slap boxing. As a kid, I never just stood there and said, "Hey, dog, slap me." No,
pussy.
like it was mutual. Like I was slapping him, he was slapping me. Everybody slap box as a kid. Like that would be more of a legitimate sport
You know, take one and
the
give one.
slap fight league. Like at least you guys are doing it to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I would still think it's stupid, but I would give that shit more credibility than the power slap league. Like you're literally just, dude. That's like, dude.
Isn't it?
Those
So is
guys,
it?
when that shit is fucking finally over, because there's no way it's gonna last long. I give it 2 years tops, 2 years tops, and that's being generous. I give it 2 years tops, dude. When that shit's all said and done, bro, these dudes are gonna be fucked.
I
These dudes are
thought
gonna be
there was.
fucked, bro. Like, dude, these dudes are like getting knocked out consistently, bro. Like the trauma, the brain trauma, bro. It's gonna be bad for them, dog. They're not
Is
even
it like?
they're getting paid peanuts.
So it's like a 50-50 chance on who wins, right? Like whoever slaps first pretty much just knocks the
Bro,
guy out.
it's I believe it's a I believe it's a I'm again, I've never watched that shit in my life.
I was
But I
like,
would
how often do
imagine
people take a
I
slap?
would imagine it's some kind of like coin toss format. Whoever
Yeah,
wins the
kind of
coin
like
toss gets the first slap. And I'm like, bro, whoever gets the first slap
wins.
has like
You
an
just gotta knock them
80%,
out.
I would imagine has an 80% chance of winning.
Exactly. That's the
Like,
whole
dude, these dudes are
concept.
like you're just standing there, bro. Like you're just
Whoever
standing
wins the
there.
coin flip wins.
You're just standing there, bro, waiting to be slapped, dude. Like it's fucking remedial, bro. It's fucking
Yeah,
remedial. You will never
glad
convince me
glad
that
that
shit is legit or for all you fuckers that do enjoy that power slap shit, man, watch some fucking but shit on a company like one
watch something with some class.
like yeah, watch you're better off watching fucking
You wanna know what I was
Bellator,
looking
dude.
up?
Watch
I was
some
watching Wing
Bellator.
Chun. Wing Chun niggas fighting.
Hey, that
With
shit's
some
legit though,
substance.
man. Like, watch some karate combat, bro. Watch some fucking anything but that, bro. Like,
I'd rather watch that circus
I feel
fight.
like I feel like you lose you. I feel like you would lose brain cells watching that shit. So I don't
I
know.
gain more watching circus fights than I get from that slap league.
So
Or fight circus, whatever the fuck it's called.
oh shit,
Fight circus, is
damn
that what that
son.
shit's called?
Let's see. Fight circus. Yeah, I believe that is what it's called.
Yeah, they're kind of lit.
So Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis
That shit is
That
garbage.
shit is wild, bro.
Trash.
Like Dylan Dennis took it to a whole extreme fucking level of. It's not even trolling at this point, dude. It's like stalker type shit. Like where are you even getting all these fucking pictures from at this point? Like,
Mm. Yeah, I knew he wasn't
but
gonna
he
fight. I
did,
think I said that in the beginning.
but he did post some outlandish shit, and he was posting some videos about like, if I was Logan Paul, I would have had to leave her personally, but that's just me,
Yeah.
and she
Yes.
hundred
She got
percent
some
for the
receipts.
streets. She's 100%
Got
for the
some
streets, but
receipts.
the
Yikes.
way Dylan is going about it, especially at this point when he's already been, they're already trying to sue him and shit like that, and he's just still going. And everybody's like, oh well, it's really really low of Logan to talk about his dad. No,
No, fuck that. No
no,
way.
no,
He didn't even say
no,
nothing crazy, did
no.
he? What did he
I
say?
mean, he
He
basically
asked
said
him.
he was grieving over the loss of his father
Well,
by
he's
doing
probably
the things
right.
he's doing. Yeah,
He's
honestly,
probably right. For
number
real.
one, he's probably right, and number two, like
What is he saying wrong?
this motherfucker has been brutally harassing this man's wife
Yeah,
for
like
damn near 2 months. It's probably made like $1 million at this point on Twitter ad revenue alone, because every tweet this fool does gets like 4 million views at least.
oh yeah,
At
that's what his
least.
whole MO was.
Like
I said this from the very beginning.
he's pulling crazy numbers right now on Twitter.
I said this shit from the
Every
very
time he
beginning.
posts one damn thing, he's probably he's probably got the highest hit rate on anybody on Twitter right now, except for
I
like,
mean, he's just got a pedestal right now for this fight.
yeah.
Like I said from the
But now they're
beginning, he's
saying
not gonna fight him. He's just gonna use this
shit has
shit
gotten absolutely out
for
of
revenue.
control. And if this fight does still happen, I feel like Logan Paul is going to sleep in bad. But
No way.
now
No
I've
way
been
he's
hearing
sleeping.
it's off, and that Mike Perry is now fighting Logan Paul. I still don't really know what the status. Maybe you can pull that up real quick, because I really don't know the
No,
status.
that's what I heard too. But and then Dylan said he's not off. But like I said from the very fucking beginning, he ain't gonna fight him. He's just gonna use this time to rack in revenue, just to get niggas to pay attention to him. Use all that shit for publicity, and then he's gonna back out, let Perry whoop Logan's ass, and he's gonna be even more. That's just gonna be the last laugh. You know what I mean? You never took an L on national television, and you get to watch Logan get beat up, and you get to talk shit. You know what I
I
mean?
am
It's
a
just all
hundred
win for him.
and 50,000% way more for Mike Perry than Logan Paul, because
Yeah, I just want to see
it
Mike
would
Perry
mean that
still.
Dylan Dennis went creeper status for nothing, and I think Mike Perry has a legitimate shot at knocking Logan Paul the fuck out.
Oh,
Um,
Mike Perry smashed him because
I just
he'll
feel
take
like
it.
Mike Perry
He's
is.
not gonna knock out
I
Mike
just feel
Perry.
like Mike Perry is way more built for boxing than he ever was for MMA.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's just a bulldog out there. He's gonna take everything Logan Paul tries to throw, and he's gonna fucking
So yeah,
smash it.
I'm hoping for Perry, Logan Paul personally.
If he stands in the
Personally,
pocket bare knuckle, bro, he's not gonna, what's he scared of pillow hands for? You know, he's gonna run
all
through
right.
him.
Last thing we're gonna talk about is how many fucking fight replacements is this? Four? Oh no, Kamazat's now three. Okay, and we're gonna talk about the third fight replacement. So now Charles Oliveira is now no longer out. That was a gnarly fucking cut too.
Yeah, he probably
Like
took a headbutt or some shit.
that headbutt or elbow is my guessing, but why would anybody be elbowing somebody in sparring? Like
Yeah, he
that shit
bumped
is
his head.
brutal.
Headbutt. Split his whole brow.
It definitely looks like an elbow type of split, but I can't see a head. Like that would have. I
It's
don't know, man. I can't see a headbutt splitting somebody open like that. I
headbutt
mean, I
split you,
can.
bro.
They do, but that one was deep,
Skin's
dude.
just
Like
fucking.
that one looked like there was a lot of force behind it. Like it didn't look like an accidental. Oh, it didn't look like an accidental headbutt split to me. That shit looked like a fucking 90%. I'm throwing in 90%. I'm throwing an elbow at you at 90% split, but
So his gym, they do go
that
kind of
shit
hard.
was, yeah, no, shoot box. They go crazy in shoot box. That's
They
why
go
I'm
kind of
like,
hard there.
Yeah, they go like stupid hard, especially way before this close to before a fight time. Nobody should be fighting. Nobody should be sparring at 90%. And that split 100% looked like somebody was going 90%. Like that shit was fucking gross. Like it was nasty. It was nasty.
Yeah,
Like
there's no way you're gonna fight.
I don't even think if he still wanted to fight that a doctor would. I don't think any doctor in the world would approve him to fight with a
No, you
fucking
get
cut
hit
that
one
nasty.
time.
It's over. You're
Yeah,
fucking leaking. Like,
yeah,
and now through the, I mean, usually when it comes to these cards falling out so close before fight time and them replacing it with somebody, like it usually doesn't end up being this well, like as far as the replacements go. So they managed to, for all three fights, they managed to get really, really solid fucking replacements for all three. And now this shit gets interesting because Volk is taking this fight on 10 days' notice.
yeah. That's ballsy because this might be the last time you get to fight Islam, and you're gonna take it on short
And you're going to do
notice.
it on a short notice is
He must have been
crazy.
training for him the whole time.
He could have been the possible. I mean, well, no, it was supposed to be Taporia was the backup, right?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean,
Is it
that's
was
kind
that
of
who it was?
yeah. That's true. Mm.
I believe Taporia was supposed to be the backup. I believe. I'm not even 100% sure on that. I'm still half asleep, man. But
Same.
yeah, to take this fight on 10 days notice is fucking insane. But it's a good situation for Volk, honestly,
Yeah,
because
I mean, you just
if
get
he
the
happens to
title.
lose, if he happens to lose, ain't nobody gonna really try to discredit him because
Hmm.
he took it on 10 days notice, and to fight somebody of that caliber on 10 days notice and losing, there's no shame in that. And
There's no harm, no foul for him.
that's what everybody is gonna say if he loses. But if he fucking wins, woo, on 10 days notice, like you
Yeah,
know
it's
how
gonna fuck.
fucking high this motherfucker shoots himself
He's
into the
gonna
GOAT
shit on
category.
Islam. Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Like I
you know
beat
what I mean? So it's a
Khabib.
win win
You know,
it's a win-win for Islam. I mean not Islam. It's a win-win for Volk.
Volk.
A win-win for
You know,
Volk, 100%. Win or lose.
it's
Like,
just
well, not win or lose, but
I guess
it's a win-win situation because you can't really discredit him for losing.
the only thing is like this might be the last time you get to fight him. He must have been training for him the whole time, or or at least be in super shape. To take that.
That would be the only downside to it is you would more than likely never get another shot at him. But
Hmm.
there's way more upside
Must be
for
why he took it.
there's way more upside for Volk than there is for Islam.
That must be the reason why he took the fight. He said, "Shit, I'm never gonna get another shot. I
A
might
lot
not."
of a lot of people have been a lot of people have been dropping fake news on Twitter, so I had to make sure all this shit was like set in stone before I even really wanted to
Verified,
talk about it. Yeah, like 100%
certified.
verified. And I just want to say shout out to Mac Molly because his team dropped all this news first.
Y'all on it like a bonnet.
Hmm.
I still want to play him in UFC.
If you haven't, you still haven't fought him, huh?
No,
We'll try to arrange that, man. Shout out to
I
Mac
want to play
Molly and the
UFC.
Overdogs Pad podcast. They are doing big bing things over there, and shit, man. That's what we striving for, man. That's why we want to be way more consistent, and we really do want to keep pumping up the content. But you know what would motivate us a hell of a lot more is more support from y'all. God damn it! We were like getting in the hundreds on the first page, but that shit got shut down. So we
That
need more people
sucks.
to
Time to
support.
rebrand.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. It really does. Especially when I look at how many subscribers we have now, I'm like, fuck, dude, we were like at like 300. Now we're at fucking 35. All the people who originally subscribed to us, man, I need y'all to get back to subscribing, please. But as always, man, we do appreciate the people that do watch us, man. Like we honestly do. We're not trying to discredit y'all because there isn't a lot of y'all. Like, support is support from wherever, whichever way we get it, and
We
however many
notice.
people it is. We
We
notice.
see y'all.
We definitely notice. We definitely notice y'all on Twitter shouting us out. Like, you know what I mean? It definitely doesn't go unseen, and it will never go unappreciated. So we do appreciate it. But until next time, man, my man's got to get to sleep.
Dude, I'm
I
about
got to
to
get
pass
ready
out.
for work. Well, I don't got work for another 4 hours, but I got to start mentally preparing myself. But until next time, man, as always, we out. Peace.
Dude, I am fucking.
That shit that I was rapping's what I'm bringing to fruition. Wait, except for college, what I'm missing's intuition. But it ain't important as a body is the vixens. Really more like Tom Cruise, probably is the Kidman. A path you saw right that didn't work out in the ending. Now it's long nights, skirt the merchants, and we spending.